The studio is currently under construction. In the meantime, let's enjoy this first look video at CastleBurn.
Relax and take it easy.
CastleBurn is a card battle system mixed in with real-time strategy gameplay. When you first start out in the battle, you will see some resource nodes. The first thing you should probably focus on is putting some resource collectors on these nodes. You should have at least 2 within your vicinity, and you can see your kingdom's current reach by the blue boundary lines. You will use that to gauge which nodes are in the boundary of your castle, and then you can start building your collectors. Once you have done that, you will have a steady stream of mana. This game is all about mana resource efficiency, and you really got to protect yourself from an immediate rush. Sometimes the enemies will rush real fast in an attempt to take you out before you have had a chance to build any defenses or the army, so keep an eye on that as you start in the early games. And then the other secondary building you need to focus on are the army camps. You can see every time you place an army camp, it will increase the boundary of your kingdom. This is very important because there will be other resource nodes available to you on the map, so using these army camps will allow you to expand your kingdom's reach and get as much mana as possible.
Tier 2 upgrade complete.
You just saw Tier 2 acquired. This is possible by selecting your army and picking 2 cards that you want to pick. This is where strategy comes into play, because after you've been playing for a while, you'll begin to accumulate quite a variety of cards. But you must choose carefully because you have limited slots below in order to hold your army cards. So in order to advance to Tier 2, you pick 2 cards, and then your castle will begin to upgrade. Once you get to Tier 2, you do the same thing. Pick 2 more Tier 2 cards to advance to Tier 3. You also notice that I've started to place some defensive towers on the map. I'm pretty far into the match now. As you can see, each match starts at the 6-minute mark, and now I'm well over 2 minutes into the match, so I anticipate the enemy to be attacking soon, so I'm bolstering my defenses and my army, because army size is also determined by the number of army camps you have out on the field. So you can have a max of up to 100 army size, and there you can see the army attacking right now, and I'm defending it with my defensive towers. If I hadn't thought about that in advance, you know, they would just come in and wipe me out. So it's always good to anticipate your enemy's advancements. And also keep in mind, every time you do place new buildings, your fog of war, your visibility, if you will, gets expanded. So it is possible to build your kingdom into the enemy territory and prevent them from building up their resource points. When you're not in a battle, you can go to your card deck and you can look at the abilities of all your army cards below. The affinity button is one that you particularly want to take a look at because it will show the strengths and weaknesses of each card, so you can begin to place your strategy in real-time battles on which cards are best to counter the enemy cards. This is a fun, basic strategy you can use to be successful in the early game at CastleBurn. Have fun with the mass goblin attack. They can take out quite a bit of building in just a short amount of time.
Great fight.
Victory!
This was just a practice match. Let's get involved in our first live battle and use some of our battle strategies to get our first win. Here we go. So like I mentioned in our early strategies, what you want to focus on is put out your mana collectors first. Each battle will have a random map. In the early game, you might see 2 resource nodes in the vicinity of your kingdom. As you progress through the other map types, you may not be so lucky. Once again, when you're ready to advance to Tier 2, pick 2 cards in order to advance your castle.
Go, 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 goblins!
Commencing tier upgrade.
Multitasking is a key skill to have in these real-time strategy battles. While you wait for something to complete, keep building your army camps to expand your army size. Once you have enough army camps placed, your max army size will be 100. Continue to place army camps to expand the reach of your kingdom. Once Tier 2 completes, immediately pick 2 more cards in order to advance to Tier 3.
It's time to hunt. Winds are good today.
Commencing tier upgrade.
Now that you're set up, you can begin to focus on generating an army. Some battles, you will not be able to get this far before you get attacked. So learn to anticipate your opponent's moves in order to know when you need to start building defenses. Notice in our first battle, we start to deploy a lot of towers. This is a great tower strategy defense in order to protect your kingdom. This tower defense setup will also serve as a shield and give early warning to when an enemy approaches. Tier 3 completes in the nick of time. Here comes the enemy attack. Good thing we have those towers there to take care of the enemy. You'll notice that the enemy, as well as you, have hero cards that can also be deployed, where they have special powers to help your army. Your first few battles should be pretty easy, and you shouldn't have any trouble taking down the enemy as long as you use this strategy. When the attacks begin, you first want to make sure you have defended your base successfully, and then you can begin to go on the offensive with your heroes. Hero placement is crucial, because once a hero takes enough damage, he will be incapacitated temporarily, and there will be a timer on the bottom right of your screen. So don't deploy him until he is at a good level of health where he can sustain the next attack. Whether you're an RTS fan or a battle card system game fan, this game has plenty to offer.
Protect our allies.
Don't forget, StinkPot Studios is under construction until September 2nd. So please enjoy these mini videos that we will do in the meantime until we have the grand reveal of our brand new studio. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. This has been a presentation of StinkPot Studios.